last couple of days practicing?
We don't talk about the weather, so I don't know if there was there any heat?
Is it good to have heat? To have some movement you normally have? It's been pretty mild this morning.
I mean, really, we try to look at every day exactly the same because we know we're not going to control it, whether it was cool or hot or raining or snowing or sleeting or whatever it is. There's two teams going to go on the field, and we got to compete no matter what it is. So we try really hard not to think about the things that we don't control. So we hope that's going to be our edge, is that we don't let something like an outside factor like that affect the way we play the game or the way we attack it.
As far as seeing their conditioning in the heat's more.
Yeah, I think our conditioning is where it needs to be right now. I mean, I really do. I think you're coming out of camp. You're still recovering from camp a little bit. You want guys to get in the cold tubs as much as possible, take care of their bodies, so that we can be back at 100% here soon. Because we're not at 100% right now, but that's expected when you come out of camp.
Have you introduced the team to Liberty yet?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've had 2 good days of Liberty, and we're I'd say probably about 75% of the game plan has been at least introduced at this point.
What's the idea behind that? I know you do that in the past, but what's the idea of getting a head start before the first game?
I've just always 10 days out have started pulling back a little bit as far as the periods, the amount of time, the volume that you put on them, but we start installing game plan about 10 days out and take it all the way in. Now, all it does, a lot of things are the things that you worked that were basic going into camp, and you worked all camp, so it's not like there's a whole lot of difference, except now you're actually working against the looks that you're going to see, and not every look that you're going to see in the entire season.
Do you feel like you've accomplished what you wanted to this point? I mean, 10 days out.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I mean, you'd love to have more time, but you don't. You'd love to have more depth, but you don't. It is what it is. So we work with what we have. We're not going. We talk about we're not going to pick up anybody off of waivers. We're not going to get anybody in free agency. So it's this is our team, and we've got to work with everything we've got.
What stuck out to you when you have looked at the Liberty film?
I know Turner Gill's going to do a great job. I mean, just having a very sound football team. They're going to play hard. He's going to be sound in all 3 phases of the game. I think they've done a really nice job with the personnel they have, and both in all 3 phases. They're very. If you look at them, I mean, they can move the football. They play very sound on defense. They tackle well. They run to the ball well, and they're very solid on all their special teams. So we know, there's some unknown for us on some guys that aren't going to be back. Like the punter's not back, the snapper's not back. So there's some things that are unknown. But we'll try to be prepared whatever they throw at us.
I know you're not going through announcement. Pretty good news so we can make a decision on which one so is that stretching next week?
Oh, it could stretch into next week. Yeah, I really have not set a date that I feel like that I have to do that. I don't. If I felt like it was going to affect our team one way or the other, or any of those guys, then I would. But I don't think it's going to.
Have you made most of the decisions about freshman redshirting?
We have some ideas, but nothing's set in stone. It's too early to set it in stone, because I mean. A guy rolls an ankle and he's going to be out for 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, somebody's got to step up.
But when you go into the Liberty game, do you have?
We have an idea, because we intend not to play somebody, then we're going to try to keep them out no matter what the situation is. But if we think somebody's going to be able to help us as we go through the season, then we're going to try to get them into that game if we can and get them some live reps.
What's impressed you most about Marquise Otis this game?
That hasn't changed since I got here. Really, his motor. That guy's got a motor. He plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. I mean, he's hard every single play. That's what he does. He plays hard. If he makes a mistake, he's doing it full speed. You hear coaches all the time. You say, hey, if you don't worry about making the mistake, just go full speed, and that's what he does. And he's cut way down on his mistakes because he understands, he knows what he's doing. And probably the biggest thing I've seen from him this year is take on a tremendous role as a leader. I mean, he really has come on as a leader. And I would have to say right now, if you had to pick out one guy on the defense, he would be the guy that you would pick out as the leader.
Is he pretty close to the ideal for that Bennett position?
He's very athletic. He's very athletic. He's